Hello again. So now I'm here to talk about one of um, the natural solutions that you might have received, which is copaiba. So copaiba comes in oil and on a soft gel. So some of you that are in the group for the pain would have received probably the soft gels. Some of you might have received the oil as well. So what is copaiba? So it's pretty much an alternative to cannabis. What happens is that doTERRA steam distilled the copaiba from the copaiferous trees, and they have actually 4 different species in this one that are native to South and Central America. It has a very spicy and woody aroma as well. And what it is in it that actually makes a huge difference is that it has, I'm going to go into a bit of a technical and scientific mode so that you understand what it is. So it has beta-caryophyllene, which is a sesquiterpene that is found in other oils as well, like black pepper, melissa, ylang ylang, and so on. This has been used for centuries by the South Americans for many functions, since, protecting their digestive, respiratory, immunity, cardiovascular. So they've been using this for, centuries really. And the indigenous, actually, there is evidence that they use it for soothing properties. So they would use them with their newborns, but also when warriors came from war and were injured, so they will be using it. So that is interesting, really. So there is some more current research that shows that it has a lot of calming and soothing properties, but also supportive of the nervous system. Most recently, it has been shown in most recent research that actually when you take it internally, so any of this could be taken internally, caryophyllene has a strong antioxidant property and then therefore promotes healthy cellular function, immunity, circulation, and also to protective of the gastrointestinal. But what is then this beta-caryophyllene? Beta-caryophyllene is essentially a cannabinoid. And that's what I said, it's an alternative to cannabis because it has kind of the same effect but without having. So let's just break this down so that people understand. So a cannabinoid is any molecule or ligand that acts on cannabinoid receptors in our body, right? And we've got the CB1 and the CB2 receptors, our cannabinoid system. So when we activate the CB1, this cannabinoid receptor, we have the psychoactive effects, like when you are on a high on a drug and from cannabis and so on, and CBD as well. When you activate just the CB2 receptor, what you have actually, what has been shown, you have a healthy inflammatory response, you have soothing to discomfort, also affects your mood, but without having that psychoactive effect. And this is what this does, because these ones are just affecting the CB2 receptor. So they don't have the psychoactive effect like the cannabinoids and the CBD have. I hope that kind of makes sense, but also I want to just explain something more. So there are essentially 3 types of cannabinoids. So we've got endocannabinoids that are produced by our own body. And then we've got synthetical, so the ones that are made by pharmaceuticals. And we've got lots of drugs that are on this range. And then we've got the phytocannabinoids, which come from plants. So these ones. From the ones that come from plants, we will have 2. So we have the ones that come from cannabis, the plants, and then they will produce THC and CBD. So the ones that have the psychoactive effect. And then you've got the ones that come from these 3, the copaiferous, so that's as these ones, that has the beta-caryophyllene, and that chemically is very different from the makeup. The chemical makeup is very different, and therefore doesn't produce any of these effects on the CBD1 receptor or any psychoactive effects. So therefore, if you were to do like a drug test, it will come negative because it hasn't got those chemical properties. So yeah, so in a nutshell, it's a great oil and tool for things like, you know, pain, nervous system regulation, but it also supports all of the other systems. And this is what has been found recently in all the research, is that when you activate this CB2 receptor, you have improvement in learning and memory. There is neural circuits of the pleasure and reward that are activated as well, but also your immunity cells are activated, and our peripheral nervous system as well, pathways get activated, which then and therefore are involved in the sensation of pain. And that's why this is such a powerful ally whenever you need we need support with pain, or we need support with our nervous system. So I hope this video has helped to break it down and why it works like cannabis, but it's not a cannabinoid in that sense. It is still a cannabinoid, but without a psychoactive effect, and therefore very safe to be used. And our indigenous use them in newborns. So, but obviously you want a pure thing, and doTERRA are the only ones that are pure, and therefore you can take it internally as well. So yeah, any questions, please just ask.